Hello, welcome to MTG Pro Tutor. I'm Sean Penrod, your host, and today we're opening this Cons of Tarkir booster pack. Let's dive right in and see what we get. So I'll take out the marketing card and the land, and the rare today is Meandering Tower Shell. I love the flavor of this card, but unfortunately he really doesn't do much. For 5 mana, you get a 5/9, so he can block really well. He can block really well. He has Island Walk, so he's unblockable if your opponent has an island. But here's the thing, is he is a big, huge tortoise, a huge turtle, and he's really slow. So when you attack with him, he basically leaves play and then comes into the battlefield attacking on your next turn. So very cool, very flavorful, but not an efficient attacker. A great blocker, just not an efficient attacker. So let's see what else we have. Rush of Battle is a sorcery that creatures you control get +2/+1, and if they're warriors, they get lifelink. So that's nice. Disdainful Stroke for 2 mana. You counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. Swift Kick is awful, terrible. So for 4 mana. Your creature gets +1/+0, and it fights the other creature. So it doesn't get any extra toughness, so it doesn't make it any less likely to die. It just makes it more likely to kill the other creature, and it's very expensive. It costs 4 mana to do that, so I'll pass. Sage Eye Harrier is nice. It's a 1/5 flying with morph, so you can turn it face up for 4 mana. Alright, here we go. So far, this is going to be the first pick of the pack. Hooting Mandrills is really good. It's a 4/4 for 6 mana, but it does have Delve and Trample. So it's a 4/4 Trample, and you could realistically play this card on turn 3 or 4, depending on if you're able to get cards into your graveyard by casting spells or trading with your opponent. Rite of the Serpent, a 6 mana removal spell. Sounds expensive, but these days it's actually not half bad. Obzon Guide, really good card. 4/4 lifelink. For 6 mana, and then for 5 you can morph it. So I guess the real question comes down to, would you rather have a 4/4 Trample or a 4/4 lifelink? But the thing is, this is much harder to cast than the Hooting Mandrills, so keep that in mind. Unyielding Krumari, 3/3 for 4 mana. It's alright, I guess. And for 2 mana you can give it First Strike. Tusked Colossedon, a 6/5 vanilla for 6 mana. Definitely not taking this over the other cards we've seen today. Rakshasa's Secret for 3 mana. Target opponent discards 2 cards, and then you mill yourself for 2. Mistfire Weaver. So this is pretty interesting. I love the name, by the way. It's a 3/1 flying, and it has morph of 3. And when you turn it face up, target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. So basically, they target one of your creatures with their removal spell, and in response for 3 mana you turn this guy face up and give the creature hexproof. So there you go. Oh, here we go. Obzon Falconer, a 2/3 for 3 mana, Outlast of 1. That's really good. And creatures with +1/+1 counters get flying. And finally we have Raiders Spoils, which is all creatures you control get +1/+0, and whenever a warrior deals damage, you may pay 1 life and draw a card, which is great. So, sorry Meandering Tower Shell, but you are not making the cut as far as first pick. I'm going to go with Obzon Falconer. Really good. Giving creatures flying is just fantastic. So, evasion is very important in limited, so remember that, keep that in mind. If you can get around your opponent's attack or defender somehow, then you'll eventually win the game. So, yeah, Obzon Falconer will be my first pick, followed by either Hooting Mandrills or Obzon Guide. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching. I'm Sean Penrod, and we'll see you in the next pack.